Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I gave you the 5 things of an effective English language classroom. In the last video, we discussed the first idea, smartness. In this video, we are going to discuss the second one, transactions. What are transactions of an English language classroom? Whatever we converse with our students in order to develop the lesson, they are called transactions. The level of our students must be considered for our transactions. They have to be comfortable with our transactions. We can start with the primary level of the transactions, then gradually we can move on to the next level. The literary pieces have different transactions. Prose has different one, poem has different one, likewise supplementary pieces. If we take poem, we should appreciate the poem. Our transactions should focus on the appreciation of the poetry. The mood of the poet must be understood by our students. So we should enable them to understand the mood of the poet. Next, the rhythm of the poem should be focused. Next, the techniques which are used in the poem, we should identify the figures of speech. Finally, at the end of the poem, we have to summarize the poem. These are the simple steps which are called transactions of a poetry. If we take prose, the words, the style, the sentences must be focused. Students should understand the style of the prose piece. They should understand the voice of the author of the prose. The unfamiliar, the critical situations should be revealed with the familiar words. We should write the unfamiliar words on the blackboard. We should give the simple meaning, familiar words for those unfamiliar words. While writing those words, we have to mark the parts of speech of the words. If I write the word thread, they have to mark the parts of speech of the word. They will mark the word thread as a noun. But if I give the contextual meaning, if I give the sentence from the prose, they will understand the function of the word. If I give this sentence, I thread the needle, they will understand the word thread is not noun, it is a verb. The function of the word defines the parts of speech. In this sentence, the word thread does the function of a verb. Finally, we have to consolidate the ideas of the prose, the important key concepts, what we have discussed, that should be consolidated at the end of the prose piece. So the prose has different transactions. It differs from the poem transaction. The supplementary pieces. In supplementary pieces, we should concentrate on the creativity and the imagination rather than learning or enriching vocabulary. Giving alternative ending to the story and giving character sketches will enable our students to enrich their creativity. Our transactions will lead us to jump out of the textbook, but we have to be very careful in order to focus the transactions. What should be focused? In poem, the rhyming words, in prose, the unfamiliar words and the style. In supplementary pieces, the character sketches play the vital role of the transactions. In our lesson plan, we have the steps: motivation, introducing new words, activities, evaluation, follow. These are the transactions. So, the transactions are nothing but whatever we have in our mind, whatever we carry out to our students in order to develop the lesson, that will be called transactions. So we have to be clear in one thing: our transactions must enrich the vocabulary, the fluency of our students. We should encourage them with simple sentences. We can allow them to speak. We should give space to construct their own sentences in order to develop their speaking skill. English is nothing but the effective communicative language which enable a student to express whatever he has in his mind. In supplementary pieces, we should allow them to express what they have in their mind about a character. In their point of view, they have to give the character sketch. So this transaction will help them develop their creativity. Creativity is the important thing even to use the language. The language also has the creativity. We can speak elaborately, we can speak creatively, we can communicate effectively. The richness of a language is not using an unfamiliar word or cumbersome phrases for the richness. The richness of the language lies in the creativity, how we converse, how we express our views, how our language explores dynamic. So these are transactions of an English language classroom. I hope you also follow the highly elevated transactions in your classroom. Please share them. Let's meet in the next video. Let's meet with the next idea engagements. Thank you.